Now, world history teacher Richard Quintana is ready to give you a lesson on how to navigate the remarkable menu of this husband and wife owned smokehouse. It's located in West Kendall and it's called Mofongo.
Hi, I'm Michelle Coleman and I'm co-owner here at Smoke and Dough.
And I'm Harry Coleman, I'm the chef and co-owner of Smoke and Dough.
We definitely, what we did with the bakery and Panaya Harry's, which is what we first opened, was take that traditional fare and turn it into something a little bit special, putting like our Miami footprint over a very American fare, technically, at the end of the day.
We really thought that this area could use a cool restaurant where you don't have to drive to Wynwood, drive to Coral Gables, where you could still eat and have good drinks, good beer, and we love this area. Our best-selling item is brisket. Brisket is king in Texas, and we wanted to create a brisket here that was king too, but with our style. We put our Cuban cafecito rub on it, and that just gives it a nice little bark.
We kind of wanted to create here was more of a smokehouse environment where it's a sit-down service. You can really enjoy the integrity of the meats that take hours and hours to cook, all the different recipes, all of the recipes that Harry is putting together.
Smoke and Dough is chef-driven barbecue where you're coming in and the sides, desserts, and tapas taste as good as the meats.
So tell us why you love this place so much. I know you adore them.
Absolutely. Smoke and Dough started out doing pop-ups for their barbecue during the hard times of COVID. And the owners, Harry and Michelle, they decided to open up a barbecue joint, which is in the West Kendall area. And what they provide is traditional barbecue with a fusion of Latin favorites together.
Tell me what you ate.
So we started out with the pastrami tequeños, which is another interesting fusion. The smoked pastrami along with the tequeño cheese, the white cheese. The crust is very flaky, just delicious, very hearty portions, and just a phenomenal dish to order. We also had the smoked Gouda and ham croquettes, which Miami-Dade is the epicenter for croquettes.
Those were good. The person that I went with, he goes, I've lived here since like 1979. He goes, these are the best ham and cheese croquettes I've ever had. They were phenomenal.
Are they easy?
Yes.
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 Delicious.
Delicious, absolutely.
The texture was amazing.
Yeah, and the portions are just so large that it's meant for sharing.
Speaking of sharing, tell me about the $99 smokehouse platter that you got.
Yes, it may seem pricey at first, but if you go with a group, it's definitely very reasonable. It's a massive platter of smoked meats. It includes brisket, pulled pork, this interesting sausage called timba sausage, which has guava and cheese together mixed in with the sausage. And it comes with very moist cornbread and baked beans and coleslaw. So it's a massive platter. If you're going with novices, like we came with our friends, a couple of our friends hadn't had the food before, it's definitely a great introduction to all of the quality of food that they offer there.
He says novice. I was a novice because when we went to go order, it was a Saturday and they have the burnt ends. And we ordered the burnt ends and the truffle mac and cheese and the croquettes and the coleslaw. And the waitress actually said, that's not enough. I think you should get the brisket too. And I had
Did you feel like you needed to get the brisket too?
Oh, I could never not get the brisket ever again.
Oh.
But you had leftovers though.
This brisket was rubbed with Cuban coffee and smoked for 15 hours. And I feel like I owe my firstborn to this waitress just for saying to me, you need the brisket too. I don't know if I should have said that, but okay. But it was
Phenomenal.
mind-blowing.
Maria, other than the croquetas?
Oh, I had the smoked pastrami mofongo.
Oh
So-
my
Oh my
goodness
gosh.
gracious.
So I love mofongo, and I was lucky enough to walk in on a Saturday, and they have mofongo Saturdays. And so I got the wooden mortar thing filled with a mashed green plantain and then topped with chunks of smoked pastrami. I had never had smoked
You're
pastrami.
making me full just talking.
Let me tell you, my husband can smoke really good meat, but we have never tried smoking pastrami, so I didn't even know it was like a thing. It was insane. It truly was so delicious.
So the two of you had dessert. You had enough, I think.
Yes.
So what did you all have for dessert?
I had the smoked flan.
Smoked flan?
Smoked flan. So they prepare their flan in the same smoker that they smoke their meats in. And it of course
can you
has
taste
a
the
yes, it has a
smokiness?
slight smokiness to it.
Wow.
Very creamy. I like to say that it would make your Cuban relative blush because it's that good. If you're a fan of flan, it's definitely sets the standard in terms of the quality of it.
How creative.
Yep.
That's really cool. And you?
Well, I had the cornbread for dessert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to choose.
Did you put butter on that cornbread?
I sure did.
Good girl.
And it was so good.
I like that.
Delicious.
Well, Richard, Smoke and Dough was your choice. Sum it up for us, please.
If you want a restaurant that provides unbelievable hospitality with a wonderful fusion of smoked meats and Latin flavors, I highly recommend you try out Smoke and Dough.
Lovely. Carol Ann?
It is a place that nobody should miss.
Maria, sum it up for us, please.
Delicious food. Pricing was very reasonable and the portions were large. It was excellent.
Well, enjoy delicious brisket and a craft beer at Smoke and Dough, located at 4013 Southwest 152nd Avenue in Miami. Open for lunch and dinner Wednesday to Saturday, and for brunch and lunch on Sundays. Reservations are accepted, and the average cost of dinner without drinks is about $40.